The greatest legacy one can pass on to one's children and grandchildren is not money or other material things accumulated in one's life, but rather a legacy of character and faith. In a world driven by ambition and innovation, there are few individuals whose lives stand as a testament to the power of perseverance, philanthropy, and leadership. One such legacy began on September 22nd, 1923, when my grandfather Ramkrishna Bajaj, whom I used to call Dada, was born. Surrounded by 4 siblings and loving parents, he grew up in Wardha, near Nagpur. His father Jamnalal Bajaj was a cotton trader by profession, but a social and national worker by heart. And his mother Janki Devi Bajaj was an inspiring and enterprising woman who, without much formal education, but with sheer grit, courage, and commitment, went on to empower women in the first half of the 20th century. She was the first woman who was awarded Padma Vibhushan in 1956 in recognition for her lifelong work. One of the notable incidents during that time was the Flag Satyagraha of 1923, where Jamnalal Bajaj was arrested and condemned to 18 months in prison, along with a fine of Rs 3,000. His release later was celebrated with Dada being named Ranjit, which was later changed to Ramkrishna on the suggestion of Mahatma Gandhi. Dada's fortitude was evident from the early years. An incident to remember is when his finger was jammed and a part had fallen off. But he did not cry until he saw his great-grandmother Sadibai cry. His early schooling began in Pupils' Own School in Pune in 1933, where Indira Nehru, daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru, and Chandralekha, daughter of Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, also studied. Indira Nehru celebrated Rakhi festival by tying Rakhi to Kamal Nain Dada and Ramkrishna Dada. Jamnalal ji had penned down this notable incident in his diary. In 1936, Dada came back to Wardha, where he joined Marwari Vidyalaya, directly in 8th standard, with special permission from the Inspector of Schools. During that period, he often visited Gandhiji as recalled by him in one of his diary entries. Dada recalls that this was the same time where he received his first lessons in social work, as he participated in cleanliness campaigns. As the political scene in India was intensifying in those days, he gave up on the idea of appearing for the senior Cambridge examination and chose to join Nav Bharat Vidyalaya for matriculation. By the time the matriculation results came out, Dada was in jail. Nobody would have expected this to be the case in the present day. As he was released in December, he could not be admitted in college during that academic year as per university rules. He wrote to the Vice-Chancellor of Nagpur University in February 1942 to grant him admission at G.S. College of Commerce as a special case. He was a big fan of sports and loved to play cricket when he was young. During later years, he took a liking to golf. He was a regular badminton player, practiced yoga, and walked daily. As a kid, he started a club called the Ghanchakkar Samaj. Its members were Abdul Ghaffar Khan, Chandrasekhar Dharmadhikari, Narayan Desai, and Narayan Jaju. The name itself has a story of its own.
अब बताने को हर दिन हमने एक क्लब बनानी ठानी, क्योंकि हमारे साथ 20-25 लड़के खेलने आते थे। तो क्या करें? सवाल उठा कि सवाल या क्लब बनाएंगे तो नाम क्या रखें? उसके बापू जी गांधी के पास गए कि नाम बताइए आप। उन्होंने हमसे कहा कि तुम दादा के पास जाओ, दरवाजे करें, वो हंसी नाम बताया सही। दादा के पास गए। दादा ने हमारे समाज का नाम घनचक्कर समाज हमको समाज, वो हमको अच्छा लगा क्योंकि हमारी चाल चलन और साकार देख के दादा ने वो सजेस्ट किया। वो नाम को लेकर अब फिर से गांधी जी के पास गए, ये नाम सजा है। पहले तो हंसे।
Dada was also a man of many hobbies, such as photography, collecting stamps, and autographs. When young, he was seen posing with the camera in a few of his childhood photographs. It's inspiring to see how he took a liking to things at such an early age. He photographed many freedom fighters. One of the trying times in his life was a period of satyagraha. He offered satyagraha at Gandhi Chowk. With his bedding on his shoulder and a charkha in his hand, he proceeded towards Delhi. Because he was a minor, he could not be arrested yet, so he continued to offer satyagraha till he was arrested. Even though he was in jail, he maintained a busy routine. He studied under Vinoba Bhave and Abaji Kulkarni during his time there and read over 120 books. His satyagraha arrest was well documented. A look at his routine in jail would attest to his vibrant spirit. From waking up at 5 in the morning to the end of the day, he engaged himself in a multitude of activities. On Mahatma Gandhi's tour of Bengal, along with Kanu Gandhi, Dada was one of the assistants. When people knew that Gandhiji's train was arriving at their station, they would flock in numbers. Gandhiji charged 5 rupees for his autograph, and Dada used to meticulously account for each paisa. On more than a few occasions, he carried the luggage and led the singing of Ramdhun. His singing might not have been the best, but practice made him perfect. No matter how busy he was with things, he maintained strong ties with his family. He held a strong bond with his mother Janki Devi Bajaj. Savitri Dadi, who was Kamalnayan Dada's wife, was one of his closest confidants. He married on 2nd May 1947 at the age of 24 to Vimla Podar. Dadi was an artist with a unique vision. She was a well-known sitar player. In addition, she enjoyed writing poetry and designing quilts and table mat. She had a huge collection of sculptures and pichwais, which are now displayed in the offices and in every family member's homes. Dada was a loving father of 3 kids, Shekhar Tauji, Madhu Tauji, and dad, Neeraj, who remember him as a loving and totally impartial father, spending quality time with them. The joint family was of utmost importance to him. He never differentiated between his 3 kids and his nephews Rahul and Shishir Bajaj. Recalling him, Rahul Tauji said, "He is the head of the Bajaj family and is not to be taken lightly. His fairness and objectivity is legend. Not once in my lifetime have I or my brother felt that Chachaji was favoring his own sons as against me and my brother. His trust in family was such that he let his granddaughter give him insulin shots when she was around 6 or 7 years old." Dada and Dadi traveled extensively, covering over 50 countries across the world. On their visit to Japan, they visited the Nikon factory and tried the local cuisine like tempura. In America, he visited many cities like Washington, D.C., New York, and he even enjoyed the adventure rides in Disneyland. In the tour of Paramount Pictures, he got a chance to meet actors like Anthony Quinn and Sophia Loren on the set of Hella in Pink Tights. He visited Switzerland, where he was awed by the snow-capped mountains and enjoyed skiing down the majestic Alps. On his visit to Amboseli National Park, near Nairobi in Kenya, he was surprised to find vast grasslands contrary to the jungles that he had imagined. He took several photographs of the native wildlife in Africa and, in fact, saved a young deer from two lionesses who were hunting it by shining the car's headlights on them. Despite the vast travels, his heart always belonged to Bombay. Around 1952 was when Dada took interest in the family business. It was clear from the beginning that he was a staunch supporter of economic activity that extended beyond manufacturing and marketing. His concern for the consumer and the community as a whole has been demonstrated in his ardent support for business self-regulation and quality improvement. Dada was among the founders of the Council for Fair Business Practices, an organization in India that promotes the highest ethical practices and ensures maximum transparency to the consumers and other stakeholders. Presently, Shekhar Tauji is the beacon who's keeping the council alive. His leadership style was transformative. He believed in empowering his employees, fostering a culture of innovation, and always putting people first. One of his quotes, as president of FICCI in the 58th Annual General Meeting, really says a lot about his larger outlook. Business is no longer a matter of buying and selling, or manufacturing or servicing. It has acquired a larger dimension, which inevitably draws it into the socio-economic fabric of the country. He believed in helping the poorest of the poor. Along with business, he worked for the betterment of society. He became the chairman of the Hunger Project Board in Maharashtra. He traveled to Kyoto and the Philippines to achieve the cooperation of international delegates in this regard. He met the then Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi along with Global President of Hunger Project John Holmes. He always supported the activities of Gita Pratishthan, Shiksha Mandal, and other organizations. Whatever I have been doing in the social field is largely because of the influence of and inspiration from Gandhiji, Vinoba ji, my father Jamnalal ji, and our independence struggle. I am a product of all of these factors. The Jamnalal Bajaj Foundation was set up by Ramkrishna Bajaj to continue the legacy of the Bajaj family. The foundation and its awards were formally inaugurated on 4th of November 1977 by the then Prime Minister of India, Morarji Desai. These awards felicitate exceptional men and women who work at the grassroots level with commitment to inclusive development, Mahatma Gandhi's constructive work program, and development of nation and community at large. Madhu Tauji is the trustee of the foundation. To continue the legacy of Ramkrishna Bajaj, whose motto was trust in quality and business ethics, his son Neeraj, along with the Indian Merchants Chamber, instituted the IMC Ramkrishna Bajaj National Quality Award in 1996. From his modest beginnings to his extraordinary impact, Ramkrishna Bajaj's journey is a reminder that true success is measured not only by material accomplishments, but also by the positive change one brings to the world. Although he is no longer with us, Dada's legacy lives on. His principles of leadership, philanthropy, and innovation continue to inspire generations.